Now there's a McDonald's all the way across on the other side of the highway. I can walk there. It is a little bit cold, that's why I have some gloves. But Google Maps is not saying that McDonald's is there, but I can see it literally with my eyeballs. I see the McDonald's sign, so I'm just gonna walk there and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I get Carl's Jr., it's right next door. I cannot believe that my RV broke down right here, and I'm not even gonna know till tomorrow morning what's wrong with it. There it is, you see Buffalo Bill's? Look at that haze in the sky, what is that? Buffalo Bill's has been closed the entire pandemic. It's really eerie at night, because normally that sign is like all lit up and it's so bright at night, but it is just dark at night, so eerie. It looks like it does in Fallout New Vegas right now, just because it looks abandoned now. It looks like it's dilapidated, abandoned. Meanwhile here at Whiskey Pete's, there's at least something going on, you know what I mean? There's at least something. You just barely missed it, guys. This crazy woman drove up right here and parked right here, rolled down her window, was like, "Why are you recording me?" I was recording Buffalo Bills, man. I guess maybe I'll go look at the footage and see if she was like right in front of me or something, but I was recording Buffalo Bills. There it is, you see Buffalo Bills? Look at that haze in the sky. What is that? And then I walked back to my RV to get a battery for my camera, and she thought that I had saw her and that I was trying to act like I wasn't recording her when I wasn't recording her. I wish that I had recorded her as soon as she asked me if I was recording her, you know what I mean? I should have been like, I wasn't recording you, but I am now, you know what I mean? Some people have a very interesting interaction and reaction to being on film. Some people love it. Some people think that somehow you're recording them and that it's a bad thing. The only reason I would be doing that is if they're doing something dumb, which as far as I know, she was not doing something dumb, so there's no reason why that should even be happening. It's very interesting when we're surrounded by all these beautiful casinos to think that you're the most interesting thing that's happening. Very self-centered way to look at everything. All these beautiful, beautiful casinos everywhere. I mean, how often do you see a roller coaster just in the middle of the desert, you know what I mean? And I pointed my camera towards that and she thought that she was more interesting than this. Yeah, it was weird. She was like, "Why are you recording me?" And I said, I wasn't recording you. I was recording Buffalo Bills. And she was like, "You were recording me. I specifically saw you." And then I was like, I can show you what I recorded. She was like, "No, I saw what I saw." Okay, whatever you say. We just gotta cross the highway here. It's over by Prim Valley, which is what looks like the Hotel Coronado in California. Whiskey Pete's is right here on this side. There's a lovely little sidewalk. We literally are kind of in the middle of nowhere though. It's another 15-minute drive to get to Terrible's. There's nothing in between here and there. And a 15-minute drive from that to Las Vegas. It's like just desert. And then on the other side is hundreds of miles of desert into California. See, this is so weird to me because that's a loud truck right there. This looks just like the Grand Floridian at Disney World. And it also looks like Hotel Coronado, but we're in the middle of the desert. It's like, it's so weird. See, the McDonald's is right there, you see it? And I see someone at the drive-thru. I don't know why Google Maps just decided to like take it off of Google Maps. It's really weird. They have the McDonald's in Buffalo Bills there that's not even open right now. But this actual McDonald's here is nowhere to be found. It's weird. So I see a green light. I don't know what that's even pointing at. I don't know where that's pointing at. That's very interesting. This McDonald's has Tesla superchargers also, which is pretty freaking cool. If I had a Tesla, which I don't, but maybe one day a Tesla RV would be cool. McDonald's, we are here. Very good stuff. I got McDonald's, yay, McDonald's. Today is Free Fries Friday on the McDonald's app, and I wanted to use that, you know. You can only get it through mobile order and pay. So you go on your phone, you mobile order, and then you can pick it up inside. So I did that, but then they said, "Oh, you can't actually mobile order here because this McDonald's is closed." That must be why it's not showing up on Google Maps. So I was unable to use that deal, but then as a result, once you use one deal, you can't use another one for another 60 minutes. So I was able to use 0 deals, so all I got was a cheeseburger, a plain cheeseburger, no fries, no anything. I will come back later and use that deal for dinner. It is just crazy how this is like the Grand Floridian at Disney World. Very crazy. Back at Whiskey Pete's. All right, we have returned, hopefully with no more crazy lady thinking that I'm filming her by pointing my camera in the general direction of a hotel. You know what I mean? Well, this is my first full day of being stuck at Whiskey Pete's. I'm still here. I'm still completely stuck. We got a mechanic coming in the morning though. I've just been working all day, getting some work done while I've been stuck here. Mechanics coming at 8 a.m. tomorrow. It cost me $225 just to get them to come here. That includes no fixing at all. I don't even know what it's gonna cost to have it fixed. And they're just coming out to look at it. They don't have any parts or anything. So if any parts, they're gonna have to go order them, then come back again and I'll have to pay another $225 for them to do that on top of the cost of the parts and labor. So I really really hope whatever it is not expensive, because that's insane. But I'm starting to go a little bit insane being stuck in this tiny little RV. You can't even see anything. Being stuck in this tiny little RV, it's not tiny for an RV, but the whole point of the RV is that I can go places where I leave the RV and I'm out of the RV. It's taking me to those types of places, not to be stuck inside of it all day, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna go walk to McDonald's again for the 3rd time today and get a coffee. It's 8:56 p.m. They're coming at 8 a.m. I gotta be ready to go in the morning, but I also want coffee, you know what I mean? So it's cold as hell outside. Cyberpunk is still downloading, it's past halfway. Let's go to McDonald's. Join me on a walk. It is a little bit chilly out here. Okay, bit of a long walk, but I am prepared. I'm bundled up. I'm wearing 3 different sweatshirts right now. I'm wearing my fleece jacket with 2 sweatshirts underneath it. Whiskey Pizza is very, very nice at night. I do like it. Very beautiful. The parking lot is filled up quite a bit. It is a Friday, and you know, usually in Prim even, on the weekends it does get crazy, but there's still plenty of open space out here, so I'm not too terribly concerned myself. Yeah, it's a bit of a walk. There's a lot of truckers. It's a truck stop also, you know. It's always a bit of an adventure, you know, walking across roads and stuff. I just gotta make sure that I'm not gonna get run over. Now I just gotta cross over here. Bit of jaywalking, you know, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I don't really enjoy getting run over myself. It's just one of those things. I'm not very fond of getting run over by cars. It's only happened to me like 5 or 6 times. Now that I got the walk side, I can go. Hell yeah, man. It's very cold. I'm in Las Vegas. It gets up to 116 degrees here in the summer, like daily average. But out here, I don't even know what temperature it is, but I am still cold wearing 3 different jackets and gloves. I'm still cold. It feels like Colorado, where I left, where there was snow on the ground. I think it does get down to like 35 degrees tonight or something. I think that was the low. I looked at the forecast. It actually gets almost to freezing here tonight. Just got some lovely underpasses here. Amazing. Walking under the highway. I've driven on that so many times to get to Vegas from here. Taking a lovely stroll definitely helps me. You know, I don't even need the coffee from McDonald's. I'm really just doing it for the walk, because you can go insane being stuck in such a small RV all day long. That's not really the intended use of the RV. You know what I mean? That's not really, it's so small, you gotta get out and do things. That's the whole point of living in one, is that you can get out and do things all over the country and everywhere, you know? Buffalo Bills is just so ominous. That's usually where I stay when I come to Prim, is Buffalo Bills. Even the sign, I don't even know if you can see, it's not even on, which is crazy. It's like a ghost town almost. Gonna wait till I have the walk sign. So this right here, this is a one-way exit from the highway. I saw a car go up this way earlier today. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Actually, that's not true. In Kansas, I saw a car on the actual highway driving the wrong way. Not on the ramp, but on the actual highway going the wrong way. And they didn't even pull over or try to turn around. They just kept going. It was like, okay, whatever. I mean, there's some lights on in the parking lot at Buffalo Bills, but it's just ominous looking. It'd be even more ominous if the parking lot lights were off, but there's no lights on in the building. None of the signs have any lights. Normally the whole front of it just lights up like crazy, you know, like Vegas. It is very sad, some of the things that have happened due to coronavirus. It's also crazy that there's palm trees, but I am literally freezing cold right now. It happens in Florida too. Florida can get cold, and Florida cold is the worst kind of cold ever. If you live in a humid place that gets cold, you know what I mean. It's much more bitter and it bites. The cold in a humid place feels a lot more cold than the same temperature in a dry place like Las Vegas. This, in Florida, I would be dead. It would just be the worst. If you go to Florida and you see the locals bundling up and whatever, there's really a little bit more to that than just them being complete pussies. It's actually a colder type of cold than everywhere else, because it's humid there. Look at all these stickers here. For a town where like 12 people live, here in Prim, that's an amazing collection of stickers, geez. And of course, the Grand Floridian, that still just blows my mind. The difference here is there's so many lights out that have burnt out. Disney replaces them before they burn out, so there's hardly ever any burnt out lights at Disney. There's my McDonald's, you see it? There it is. Oh, this whole area is just surreal. It's so surreal. This whole hotel is connected to this giant mall here. I don't even know if the mall's open during Corona. I would imagine that it is. Everything's open here. The Vegas-fied Grand Floridian, you know what I mean? It's crazy. There's my McDonald's, there it is. It's so cold that I'm gonna get an iced coffee. I'm so stupid. It's a bit of a walk. See Whiskey Pete's over there? Whiskey Pete's? I walked all the way from there to here. It's not that far, but it looks a lot farther when you're across the highway, you know? McDonald's, I'm so excited for this. I'm loving it. Let's hope that they're open, man. They are good. 99-cent coffee, hell yeah. It's cold. There's Whiskey Pete's. There's McDonald's. Whiskey Pete's, McDonald's. Whiskey Pete's, McDonald's. Drink. My beverage. Hell yeah. Let's go. I am so glad that I have gloves because this would be very cold if I did not have gloves. And that actually tastes pretty good. I've returned. It's cold as hell, man. I gotta get my beverage inside. Okay, all right. Heat is on. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much interesting going on when I have to just basically sit and wait. So I think the rest of the night I'm just gonna chill out, watch some movies, maybe watch them in VR. We'll see. It's cool because you can be in a movie theater and have a giant screen in VR, you know? Maybe I'll do that tonight because I did get a lot of work done today. I did 3 of the RV vlogs. I edited them today. Tomorrow I would like to film and edit and upload a PK video if I could. Who knows if that's gonna go down. We'll see. Unfortunately, we're just sitting here waiting to see what happens. I spent a huge amount of money to get a repairman to come out. I just hope whatever's wrong with it can be fixed quickly and not expensively, but it's hardly ever that simple. It's an adventure. We're still on the adventure, so hell yeah. I will say though, I feel so much better. My cabin fever has gone away. I feel so much better after just going out and walking around outside. I feel way less cramped, way less anxious. It's cleared my mind and I'm ready. I'm good to go. It's amazing what just a walk can do, you know what I mean? The $1 coffee was worth it. A day of working and downloading Cyberpunk 2077. I am tired. I have to wake up very early tomorrow for the mechanic, so I'm gonna head to bed. And it is supposed to get almost freezing tonight, like 35 degrees or so. We'll see how the 0-degree sleeping bag does. I may end up having to wake up and turn on the heat again. Let's hope for some good news tomorrow, or at least figure out what the situation is tomorrow. Hopefully get back on the road. Good night, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.